At one of Nairobi's biggest open-air food markets, the colors of ripe fruit and vegetables displayed in heaps around the muddy stalls brighten up a dull, rainy day. The Kangemi market, which lies strategically along the highway that links the fertile Rift Valley region to the Kenyan capital, has always been cheaper than what you would find deeper within the city. But in the last 5 years, buyers say that the cost of food, like in every other part of the county, has continued to rise.
Sisi tujaona pali chakula imeshuka kwa sababu hata tukienda kwa masoko tunapata vyakula iko juu. Alafu tukikuja kujaribu kuipima tuuzie wale wadogo haiwezekani.
Record high food prices last year helped to fuel the Arab Spring uprisings in the Middle East and North Africa. Domestic food prices remain high, especially in Africa, due to a combination of large food imports and factors such as regional trade restrictions, hoarding, civil unrest, bad governance, and bad weather. Kenya's inflation rate climbed to nearly 20% last year on the back of rising food and energy prices. A UN report from April showed that world food prices eased in April after rising in the first quarter of this year. The UN Food Price Index, which measures monthly price changes for food baskets of cereals, oilseeds, dairy, meat and sugar, averaged to 214 points in April, down from revised 217 in March. But buyers in Kenya say they have not seen those findings translating to consumers on the ground.
Kulingana vile fedha ilivyo kwa mfuko wangu, naona nikipata ya siku napata ya siku hiyo. Kwa hivyo sina ile ya ziada ya kuweka. Kwa hivyo mfuko unabaki wakati mwingine hauna.
Economic analyst James Shikwati says supermarkets were keeping prices high for consumers willing to pay more for convenience, forcing wholesale markets like Kangemi to follow in order to stay relevant. He also says the current rains are pushing up transport costs.
Yeah, the costs of food prices going up in Kenya is the disruption of transportation system caused by the heavy rains. That's one of that. And then, of course, the other cause is the competition between the what I would call the supermarket surge vis-a-vis the open air markets, where now everybody is trying to position to be able to be meaningful to the market.
The onset of long rains in April, though delayed, was welcome after a dry spell and a food crisis that affected millions not only in Kenya but in the greatest East African region. However, farmers warn that too much rain has affected planting and that harvest may not produce the food reserves that could see the country through any crisis in future. Critics say the government has also failed to harness the water available now for storage and farming in areas that require irrigation to serve populations without access to drinking water and electricity. Nearly 100,000 people have been displaced in floods and property worth millions of shillings lost. Shikwati says Kenya needs to prioritize food security as much as it does on other sectors of the economy.
If Kenya continues to rely on other countries to govern its food security policies, then they can never be food secure, because it's the same comparison with national security. They try as much as possible to have an internal mechanism to ensure the country is secure. So I think the same needs to be applied to food.
Crucially, after decades of neglect, African governments are being urged to wake up to the importance of investing in agriculture, if not for food security, then for political stability, looking back at the riots in 2008. Mala Kivila, KTN Live at 1.